Let me talk about forgiveness in two aspects. Number one, I've found over the years that in order to be successful, you need to be innovative. You need to be able to think about things differently and inspire your people to be as creative as they can possibly be. I think the single most detrimental aspect to having a culture of innovation is having a culture of fear. So every group I've ever managed, I have, I give them a speech, and it's Donnie's okay to fail speech. And I give everybody permission to fail. Look, we're all human. We're all going to mess up. I can't count the mistakes I've made in a 29-year career with this company, right? And I hope, by the way, I hope nobody else has been counting either. So I give our people permission to fail. Now, I don't give our people permission to fail to execute. And let me explain what I mean. You can goof up, just don't let me catch you goofing off. We've got a lot to do. We've got a lot of assets to take care of. We've got a lot of customers that we've got to serve. We just don't have time to goof off around here. We're not going to goof off. But you can goof up, and you will goof up. Anybody that's trying to do anything new is going to make a mistake. Okay, fine. I forgive you for that. You're human, just like me. I don't want anybody keeping a tally on all of my mistakes, and I'm certainly not going to keep a tally on anybody else's. Learn from your mistake and move on. And that's a great culture to work in. Now, it drives accountability, right? I don't want you to make the same mistake over and over again. We need to learn from that and move on. Now, so that's part of it. And I think that helps. It just provides a great culture to work. And it helps drive your business forward and have a creativity about you that you need to serve your customers well. Then the other side of that is we often criticized, sometimes just frankly because of what we do. And I'll be honest with you, I will probably never understand or agree with some of the criticisms that have been made about our company. I probably never will. But you know what? I'm not going to hold a grudge against someone that has an opinion of me that I don't share, and frankly, most of the people around here don't share. I'm not going to hold a grudge against somebody that believes something about our company that I know not to be true, and that sometimes can be very vocal in their criticisms of our company. And I know factually, I know in my heart it's not true. The intent wasn't true and the facts aren't true. But you know what? If you hold on to that grudge, it tethers you to that point in time. You can't move forward because you're tethered to that event forever. And you've got to cut that tether so you can move forward and not be held back and hold grudges against everybody that you run across in your life that doesn't agree with you. Now there's a great I'm a Christian, and there's a great passage in Scripture where Peter asked Jesus, he says, how many times should I forgive? 7? And I think at the time, my interpretation is Peter was saying, that's pretty good, forgive somebody 7 times. Jesus' reply, 70 times 7. In other words, forgive and keep forgiving. Right after the Lord talks about the Lord's Prayer. Immediately after that, he talks about forgiveness. So, for me, it's part of my spiritual beliefs. It's part of who I am. But even if that weren't the case, and it is, you cannot live tethered to everything everybody thinks of you and every mistake everybody is ever going to make around you. Or every mistake you make. You need to forgive yourself, right? And just move on. Forget it and drive on, right? So